Hey everyone! Thanks for checking out another episode of Wonderful Garbage. I am one of your hosts, Angela. Hey Julia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be recording again. We did 2 podcasts this week. Go us.
I know, and now we're in 2025. First episode of the new year.
First episode of the new year. Happy New Year's, y'all. If you haven't listened to, we did a little mini episode about Paige and Craig's breakup that rocked the Bravo universe. And then we also just talked about like the power of that Giggly Squad episode that Paige and Hannah did. And with us being in our mid 30s, it really resonated. So go check out that little mini episode if you haven't. But yeah, new year, new pop culture stuff. It's like, this is a crazy ass week.
Oh my gosh, lots going on. Yeah.
How was your New Year's?
It was good. It was fun. I went out with my girlies, and one of my girlie has a husband, so he came along. And we went to this masquerade party downtown. It was a lot of fun. I danced all night. I paid for it the next day, but it was totally worth it. How was yours?
It was good. We went to a friend's house and it was pretty low key. They had like food and drinks and stuff, but we left by like 12:30. I was just like, I don't feel like taking shots. I don't feel like staying here until like 2 in the morning. We were home by like 1.
Nice. I
It's
was
like,
what? We, I mean, we like left at 2. I looked up. I was gonna get an Uber, and it was $150 to get home.
stop. That's insane.
Yeah, and it was less than 40 to get down there. And so I was like, no. So we did what I've only done once before with you. We got on the Metro rail and it was free rides. And so we caught the train up to North Austin and then got an Uber from there. And it was much more affordable. But I didn't get home until like after 4. So
Oh my goodness, that is wild.
over, and yeah, I didn't even get in bed until almost 6 a.m. Like, who am I? Haven't done that in a while.
I was gonna say, taking it back to young Julia days.
I know. It was fun. We have
Good, good. I'm glad you had fun. Okay, well, there's so much going on this week. I think we should just get into our pop culture recap, and then we'll do a little Bravolebrity news. If you're new to the episode or new to the podcast, first time listening, we like to do a little pop culture recap every week, and then we talk about our Bravo-lebrities because they're always doing something. Alrighty, we should just start off with Andy and Anderson's New Year's Eve CNN goodness. Another year of just iconic moments.
I know. Our drunk kings. I love them so much. I'll never forget like their first year of debauchery. I saw a clip of it recently actually when Andy started going on his rant and Anderson Cooper's like, "You really want to start the new year like that?" Like it was just so there's such a duo. I love it. And yeah, there were so many moments that came from that with their interviews. We had a little bit of Bravo brought in it. Obviously, we have our Bravo daddy, but the interview with John Hamm.
Oh my goodness. I mean, if I could not love that man more. His comments. So Andy and Anderson interviewed John Hamm, and John Hamm was like, yeah, let's pour one out for the end of Paige and Craig. And I think everyone collectively was like, oh, what? He like knows about them? I think Paige even commented on something that was like life made. Like, this is amazing.
Well, even before, like Andy was like, well, let's talk about a little bit of Bravo. And, Anderson Cooper's like, does he know Bravo? He watches Bravo? That was great.
That was so funny. And then Diplo, I mean, just nonchalantly tripping a little bit No, he was like, I think I microdosed. He's like, hold on, I think I macrodosed.
Yeah. Well, he said he microdosed then, but he was like, but I macrodosed earlier in the day.
That's what it was.
Funniest thing. Oh my god. And then yeah, Anderson Cooper goes, well, how do we look to you? And he's like, I can't see you. I can only see the camera. They don't let me see you. And then they let him see it. And he goes, oh, you guys look beautiful.
Your aura, I can see your light.
It was so good, the whole thing. Oh my god. And then Diplo is just like, we can just cut this. And Andy's like, we're live.
Yeah, can't cut this. It's gonna be all over the internet like now.
Incredible. Absolutely.
Oh, and I just love Anderson's giggles. Like,
I know.
the giggles get funnier and like more high pitched throughout the night. He is just cracking up at everything. Like, that's exactly how you should end the year, giggling, and then start the new year and full on giggles. I loved it. They just need to do that until the end of time because it's perfection.
I agree. Yes.
I think next year we should do New Year's together and then we take shots at every hour, just like them.
Okay.
And see how it goes. I say that now as I was like done at 12:30, like, let's go home.
So down for it.
Okay, what else? Oh, let's talk about the Walmart Birkins. Have you heard about this?
A little, like I've seen it on TikTok mixed in with the whole Dior bags.
Y'all, if you're not following Bethany Frankel, and I know she's a little problematic and a little out there and has a lot to say about a lot of things and like was suing Bravo at one point, but her TikToks have just been really fantastic. So yeah, but no, Walmart came out with these Birkins. They're calling them the Walmez Workins. So it's like a Duke Birkin, $79. Looks legit. Like, if you're just looking from the outside, looks like super, super close to an actual Birkin, but you're not spending like a year's worth of college tuition on it. So everyone went to go buy these, and then now they're either sold out or Walmart has like pulled them from the website, and people are now starting to resell them for like $200.
Oh my
Walmart even like restocked some, but at the $200 price, and people were like, no, this is not you, Walmart. You don't like resell for a higher price. You give us the cheap shit that like we can all afford. So it was really funny.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I feel like 2025 will be the year of the dupes.
I don't. I have no predictions for 2025. I'm gonna take it all as it comes. I have been seeing all these lists of like 2025 predictions. I sent you one today. It was like a Bravo centered one. It was
Yes.
a couple of them. I even said to you, I said that number 2 made me gasp. I was like, oh, how dare they? I mean, the audacity.
Yeah, one of the predictions was that Craig, our sweet Craigie, will be remarried and have a kid within like 3 years. But then there's another one that's like Brittany Cartwright is going to get pregnant this year. And I was like, no, I would believe the Craig thing first over Brittany getting pregnant by like another man. Like, that does not compute in my brain.
Yeah, no, none of it does for me.
Yeah, some of those predictions were pretty funny. I mean, who knows? One of them was so generic. It was like, a housewife will have legal trouble.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Yeah. There's one currently going through it. Karen Huger, her sentencing is at the end of the month. So,
dude,
check that off your list. It's happening. Oof, I know. I can't. Oh, I just. Yeah, it's wild. Okay, have you seen that Mr. Beast show on Prime Video?
no.
I only watched it because my little brother was over the other day. He was over like during break, and him and Tony like Mr. Beast videos or whatever. So we watched one. I could only watch one because it is such like psychological warfare on these people. They got like 500 people to join this like game show competition and to win $5 million. So or no, it was like 1,000 people. I think then they broke it down to 500 because it did like these games or whatever. He built this whole like beast city for them to live in, like fully functioning place to live or whatever. But then they have to like continue to do these games. And I'm just like, they must have had some really ironclad contracts for this show because the games that they put them through, it's like psychological shit and like you have to like you can sacrifice yourself for the team and it's like haha psych you're safe your team's gone or you all have to like rely on each other to not turn on each other and these people have known each other for like 2 days. It's like you can take $100,000 leave the game your team's screwed or you can stay and try to win the 5 million. So like some people are like bye, I'm gonna go take this money and leave, and then their team also gets eliminated. It's like
Wow.
it's so messed up. I could only get through one of them, like I said.
It sounds like Hunger Games.
Literally, I was like, will this also like is this a prediction into like what will happen later on?
No. No predictions.
I know. I was right. No predictions. I'm so sorry. I'm total conspiracy theorist over here. But it's like, yeah, cameras everywhere. They're living in this compacted city, probably like no phones or anything. Um it's really fucked. And I don't know. I couldn't, like I said, I could only watch one. Then I was like, this is weird. I don't feel good for these people. Ooh, okay. Angelina and Brad Pitt finally got divorced.
Wild.
8 years.
So crazy. Yeah, I don't. Good for them.
Yeah,
Finally.
I know. Yeah, she officially filed back. It was September 2016.
Yeah.
And then they had the fight about their winery that they're still in.
Were they?
Like legal battles, yeah, about it. I'm just thinking like the lawyer fees.
Yeah.
8 years of fighting this shit. I was reading something though. They were like a judge said that they were like legally separated back in 2019.
Hmm.
But then like I guess all the divorce stuff didn't really get finalized until like a couple weeks ago. But yeah, they're still in a battle about the winery. And all I can say is justice for Jennifer Aniston.
Absolutely. All I was thinking was, good thing I don't have any assets to fight over. Moving out.
You're like, bye. I'm
Clothes
just
and the dog, and that's it.
look at you being positive. We love it.
2025.
Positive.
No predictions or expectations. As Bronwyn said, for 2025, I'm gonna put the bars on the floor so we can trip on it.
Literally.
Because I just think, like, you talk about conspiracy theories, like, I'm on that side of TikTok, and whew, it could be a scary here. We don't know. We shall see. Those
I
Dior
know.
bags.
Dior bags, y'all. Just Google it on TikTok. Watch this podcast episode gets taken down. They're like, they've said Dior bags too many times. Take them off the air.
I got one.
Okay, we have to talk about our giggly girly Hannah
Yeah.
in the news
Yeah.
for being Hannah.
I know.
So she filmed that Torching 2024 roast, which was pretty much all over the place. I think Hannah probably had the best set.
Did you watch
Uncle Jesse,
the whole thing?
yeah, I watched it because I was like, I just need to like see what it is. But Uncle Jesse was the drummer. Super cute to look at, obviously. Turns out he's a giggler. Did you see that
I saw that.
video?
Yes.
He's like, gotcha. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, John Stamos knows gotcha.
Love it.
But so yeah, Hannah did this and she had teased it on Giggly Squad like, hey, my husband and I were supposed to go take a vacation. Psych, I got another job right before the end of the year. I'm going to go do it. So then this thing comes out on Netflix a couple days after Christmas and Hannah makes this joke saying, the word "see you next Tuesday" was popular this year. I didn't think Blake Lively was that bad though.
Yeah.
And of course, like the internet blew up with it.
Well, it was a little bit bad timing with the, lawsuit situation happening.
100% bad timing. And she even came out and was like,
Yeah.
this was filmed like so before everything dropped. But just like, of course, that's the luck that Hannah's going to get is like, she's going to be in the news for something like this.
Yeah, but also, like, any press is good press. And the gigglers know Hannah's a girl's girl, and Hannah would never, like, if this had been the time when after we knew about the lawsuit and everything, Hannah would never speak of her name like that.
Yeah.
So it's, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
For real. Speaking of the lawsuits, there's now been 3 filings in 2 weeks. It started with Blake's against Justin, and then Justin against the New York Times for an article that they put out calling "We Can Bury Anyone Inside a Hollywood Smear Machine." And then Blake is now suing Justin again for retaliation against her.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think Justin's New York Times lawsuit is like $250 million.
Oh my gosh.
It's just like lawsuit. Like when is it gonna stop?
Yeah. I did see a little TikTok talking about, I wish I could have had the day off. And yesterday, like, I was rotting, but I only needed like Vanderpump and just, I was not, in it. But I saw a TikTok and they were talking about it and they were like, I don't think he's going to win that New York Times lawsuit.
Like, doesn't Jeff Bezos own the New York Times? Like, doesn't or like somebody huge now owns them? I think, or maybe it's another New York publication. But like, yeah, you're suing like the mecca of something, and it's wild. But also, I was listening to So Bad It's Good podcast with Ryan Bailey. He just put out a 3-part series about all of it. He did it though before the 3rd lawsuit, before Blake suing Justin again. But y'all should just go listen to that. He did it really, really well. I'm still getting through part 1 because there was just like so much info, but I had no idea that one of Justin's lawyers is Brian Friedman, who was also Bethany Frankel's attorney for Reality Reckoning, and Rachel Levis's lawyer, and Brandy Glanville's at one point until they dropped Brandy recently.
Wow.
All that to say is that all roads lead back to Bravo.
Always.
There's always a connection to Bravo. But yeah, go listen to So Bad It's Good with Ryan Bailey because he does the breakdown really, really well. And it's just so much shit. But yeah, we're up to 3 lawsuits now in 2 weeks. Did you see some of the Love Is Blind crew in Aspen for New Year's?
No, I didn't. Saw you had made a note about that in our little group, but no, I wish I had seen it, and now I need to go see it. And like, so tell me what's happening.
Yeah, I will send you the videos. There was like some influencer event, of course, in Aspen. Oh, also, J-Lo and Kevin Costner were hanging out at Kimosabe in Aspen. Like, everyone was at Kimosabe in Aspen for New Year's Eve week. But side note, J-Lo and Kevin Costner could be like a hella hot couple.
I don't know.
I would love that. But anywho, I want J-Lo to like love. I love her so much. Okay, but Kaylor, Liv, and snake catcher Rob were in Aspen for this influencer event. Rob now has a little mustache. I don't know how
Only
I feel
a
about
mustache?
Yeah. I know. It only works for like a very specific couple of people.
And like Travis Kelce is like hot, and it's not working for him really.
Oh, it's the worst thing on Travis Kelce's face. I hate it. But like Kayla and Rob were doing some really funny TikToks together. They snowboarded together with Rob upside down. Like Kayla's on her snowboard. Rob's upside down. She's holding his legs in the air and they're snowboarding down a mountain
Crazy.
together. It
You
is
just
wild. But then Liv like posted a TikTok and they're looking like flirty, like Kayla and
oh,
Rob. Liv was like, they just keep like fighting and throwing snowballs at each other and like all these things. And then I saw another video that they were like giggling with each other and just like they hung out a lot on this trip. Probably because they like spent so much time together, right? But like, I'm kind of here for Kayla and Rob if that's a thing.
maybe they could be cute.
Right? And like, where's Aaron? Like, what? Like, Aaron just like fell off the face of the earth, I
Real.
feel. He like went back home and we haven't seen him
We should check in
since.
on him.
Oh. Maybe. He's probably gearing up for like another
Oh,
reality
I bet you.
show.
I'm sure.
Also, Liv and Remy Bader, she was there too. Cause it was, and like Maria Gorgas was there. All these girlies were there. But Remy and Liv wore this like black laced jumpsuit with this burgundy fur that like went around their shoulder and then it like wrapped around their waist. Oh my goodness, it was gorgeous. I'm like, that's gonna be my outfit for New Year's Eve this year. I'm already
They were
planning.
wearing matching outfits on.
They ended up showing up in
Oh,
matching outfits, which I don't know if it was like a limited clothing brand situation where like this is what you get to choose to wear, and then they both wore the same thing, but they both looked
I
gorge
need to
in
go
it.
look at it.
You should. I'll
Okay.
send it to you. Okay, let's end this pop culture recap with the
Like,
Biebers.
messy.
I
Like,
know.
what is happening? It is just like they're having a fight with song lyrics on Instagram. What year are we in?
I said, oh my goodness, it's like MySpace and Facebook cryptic
Yes.
status coded. You know, you would like go put a status, match it to a
Oh my
sad
god.
song, log off for a bit, and hope that like whoever would reach out
Oh my
to
god.
you.
Hilarious. Completely. That's so funny.
I mean, we all thought they
Yeah.
broke up.
Thought they were done for. And then we got
Yeah.
New Year's Eve post of Hailey looking fire. She just had a kid? Excuse me?
Okay, so let's talk about it. So Justin posted a picture on his stories with a song just about like sleeping with someone and like no love, no strings attached, blah blah blah. Then Hailey went and posted a SZA song with lyrics, but if it's F me, then F you. And then the next story was a story with a couple of her friends, and then it looks like they were on a girls' trip. So a little holiday girls' trip getaway. Some people were like, oh, they're not spending the holidays together. They must be broken up. But like, girly probably just wanted a girls' trip because she's a new mom and like wanted to be away for a little
Right.
bit, right? And then Justin posted a video with a caption saying co-parenting is failing. Like, the fuck?
What is that?
What is that?
Okay.
So then Hailey, of course, posted another SZA song called What Do I Do, which is about a cheating partner and then them not being sure what to do. So then you're like, oh, hell no. But wait, it gets worse. She then reposted a video of a guy. Y'all, I thought this was the longest video of my life. It's literally 8 minutes long. The way he was
Oh.
talking, I was like, I have been watching this for 20 minutes and I paused it and it was like, you're 5 minutes through. And I was like, am I one of those people? Like, is my attention span that
Girl,
bad
I didn't
now?
even finish it. I sent it to you. I was like, here.
I almost made it to the end and I was like, I just need to go back and like listen to the beginning again because like that's the part that really matters. Um the video's like, I'm unwell, you're unwell, I'm unwell, blah blah blah. It's saying like I hate all the choices that I've made, even down to the kids you have. So then you're like,
I know.
oh, oh
So
no.
I saw that video through another TikTok that I saw of a girl like investigating, and she's like, if you go to Hailey's reposts, it's like nothing but road reposts. And then there's just that one. And it's the second one. So it still is super fresh. I mean, this was all just in this last week, right? All of
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know what
fresh,
day it
fresh.
is and who I am. So yeah, that was wild.
Did you see what Justin's dad
Oh
posted on
yeah.
Twitter? He said, I have never known a parent that said, I wish I didn't have a child.
So what did you
Well,
insinuate that Hailey said that or something?
right? Like, people were like, well, is that just like a random thought he had? I'm like, nothing about this family is random. Like, at this point, I feel like no. But also, like, haven't you heard friends who have kids be like, oh my goodness, like, these children are rough. Like, sometimes I think about what it used to be like, and we're both childless women, so they're always like, enjoy the time, because if you choose to have kids, it's crazy. So I was just like, whatever. I feel like I've heard, and not just women, parents, like guys say that too. Like, I'm fucking exhausted. Sometimes I wish I didn't
Yeah.
have this child. But then they love them unconditionally. So I didn't think, I felt like that was like,
I mean, he's just trying to be messy, obviously. Like, no one goes and posts something like that on, what was this, on X? Like,
yeah,
there's just so. And how old is this man? Grown ass man? Like, what
72.
are you doing?
Also, Justin was wrong for posting that co-parenting fail, blah, blah, like that's calling some shit out. At least Hailey's just posting song lyrics.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, the whole thing's so messy. And then they just act like nothing. And he just posts a picture of her from on New Year's Eve and say, what did he say? Like, I'll go anywhere with you.
Yeah, he says, yeah, going anywhere with you,
Yeah.
baby. BB, Happy New Year. And she's in like a string bikini, Uggs, and a cheetah fur coat, which I might also wear on
I
New
was about
Year's
to
Eve.
say that is my favorite look ever, and it reminds me I used to wear, like, when we first started wearing Uggs. I used to wear Uggs with shorts. I'm
Oh,
gonna
of
bring that
course.
back for the spring.
Also, it just never got cold enough in Texas to like actually wear your Uggs all the time with
Yeah.
pants. So we have to improvise in the South. Yeah, wear them with a
Well, it's
short.
cold now.
My goodness, I'm so excited. It's supposed to be like, we might get flurries next week, which means we're not going to, but we might.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else about the Bieber family? We wish them well. Because Justin also went through some shit this past year with all the Diddy stuff. Like, who knows where his mind is at? But keep it off of your Insta stories or make them private.
Or not, you know. I mean,
Actually, please don't. We need content for the pod. So if you would like to keep posting, we will
we're
keep
here for
judging.
the mess. I mean, I want them to be like happy and not like, obviously we want them to work it out. That's like babies, they change your relationship so much, and you see so many relationships fail after they have a kid, and that's scary, and hopefully they can work this out and figure out what is going on over there.
I know, for real. Okay, that's all we got for our pop culture recap. Should we get into our Bravolebrity
Bravo
breakdown?
time.
Bravo time. Did you see the video of Ariana Biermann's she did like a TikTok of like their home, like the last Christmas in their
Yeah.
home. Like,
I saw that, and then I saw all these nasty comments, and then I saw her making a follow-up video and being like, okay, I'm addressing all of the comments because everyone's like, that's not your childhood home. You grew up in the townhome. And
big
oh my
Papa
gosh.
era.
Yeah. Yeah, that, wow, what a, Just that,
Just what a
yeah,
mess.
total mess for the whole family. And that, I don't know, it's sad.
It is so sad because at one point they were like
Mm.
at their peak with their own show and they just kept having babies and they seemed so in love and then it got
Oh, they
bad.
were so in love for a long time. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like, where did it all go wrong?
I know. But so she's supposed to be on that new show, the Making It in
Oh, I haven't
Manhattan.
heard about this.
Yeah, so it's like some of the Bravo babies, like the
Uh,
Bravo kids, little Bravo adults. The Gia, like Gia
right.
Giudice is going to be in it. Riley Burris, Candy's daughter from Atlanta. Brooks Marks is supposed to be in it too. I feel like I'm forgetting
Uh,
another person, but like they filmed it
she's
last
in
summer.
New York. What's her name?
Oh, Allie?
I think Ramona's daughter. No,
Oh, yeah.
Avery.
Avery.
I think I've heard a little. I have heard about this. I thought you were saying that Kim was in a show coming up, and I was
Oh no,
okay. The
no, no.
kids show I have heard about.
So like I feel like it should be coming out like maybe late spring, summertime. I feel like it's more of a
Yeah.
summer show. Like a filler show just to see how it goes, but just so sad for them. Like I hope they're in a okay place. Like who knows? Like where did they
I
move?
know. I don't know. Well, so like I do. Ariana,
I know I could never.
she
I
was like
know.
in one in her
Oh.
video. She was like, I don't even live here. I haven't lived here in forever. I live in New York, and so she doesn't live there. And then Brielle is engaged, so I'm sure she lives with him.
Oh my goodness. We have to talk about the Brielle stuff, but we'll do it like
Okay.
next podcast. Have you seen the like drama of her getting called out by like one of her ex friends for getting money?
No.
Yeah, this guy is like paying, like giving Brielle money on the
Who?
side.
Okay.
And oh, well, we will recap it next. It's this guy with a grill. He's like a wannabe rapper, and it's funky. And him and Brielle and the girlfriend, I think her name's Callie, they used to all hang out. And then she broke up with him when when she found out that like he was giving
Oh,
Brielle money. But we will do more of that on next week's podcast because
okay. I'll
it's
go do
messy. It's
investigating and
good.
be prepared.
It's messy. I've just really been couch rotting and surfing
As you
hard.
should.
Oh, I know it sucked going back to work today, but it was my work from home day, so I just literally went to the couch, but I had to
It's
work.
so nice being home still.
I know. Right, I know you had to go out.
I
I'm
have off
sorry.
tomorrow, so I just
Oh, damn you. Okay, I have a little New Jersey update.
oh god.
Um, But Dolores spoke out about just like she's mad at everyone for not getting their shit together. Like the fact that they can't film with each other and that they're on pause because yeah, it's like totally messing with their paychecks. She was like other franchises like they fight all day, but then they figure it out. But like we can't get it together. She was like, I think production's mad at us. Like, we're causing them more drama, more work. Like, we can't film. And then Teresa came out on her podcast. I hate that the housewives have podcasts now, by the way, too.
Mm,
Like,
but are we getting more information?
but it's like information overload. Like, I want the fighting to stay within the confines of the show. Like, fight on the show, maybe a little after show, then give me explosive
Yeah.
reunions. Because by the time we get to a reunion, there's been so much talked about on
Okay, yeah, no.
podcasts.
They should
And
not be allowed to podcast during filming. Like I
yeah,
agree with that. I feel like after, if they want to come out and talk about it, give it to us. But yeah, you can't be. That has to be something like within their contract, though. You would think that they're not allowed to talk about things.
and maybe Well, maybe it is in their contract that they can't talk about. I just don't know. I feel like wasn't Tamra? I'm sure Tamra was podcasting during filming, but maybe she just doesn't talk about it as much. I don't
Probably
know.
not.
But Teresa came out and she was like, well, everyone got paid the last 4 years talking about my husband, my family. She was like, when stuff about Dolores gets brought up, like, I try to handle it carefully. And then Teresa was like, well, I know Dolores wasn't talking about me. She's not mad at me for anything. Like, Teresa's like delusional. She like doesn't see that she's also part of the problem. And then she ends the podcast with just like, or ends the little clip with like, well,
Oh.
you're welcome. Like, you're welcome for like you guys exploiting my family pretty much since like the inception of the show, honestly, because like there was so much with her first husband, now with her second husband, like
Right.
ugh. Okay. Did you see Sheena's response to all the like James Kennedy stuff?
So I listened to Sheena's podcast today. um,
Do you need financial
you know what
compensation?
I do? For how many times I have to skip through all of the ads that she has in her podcast. Oh my god. It's like,
The ads are gnarly, but
I
also
know,
we'll
right?
take some.
But it is like half of her podcast. But okay, so I did skip through like the beginning because it was just like family stuff, and I just want the Bravo juice. Um
Mhm.
and yeah, she addressed that. She was like, I have so many comments, people asking, because she was doing like a question and answer episode. And so she was like, everyone's asking me all these questions about James. Like, why aren't any of us addressing it? And she was like, Allie asked for privacy, and so that's what I'm doing. I didn't want to speak on it, and then that become another headline. And so I've just been keeping quiet about it, but I guess that isn't really always the best thing to do. And so she was like, I have talked to Allie. I've talked to Allie from the beginning. I'm keeping in contact with her. She's doing well. And just basically, like, I hope, James gets the help that he needs, and like he needs actual real help. Um, she talked a little bit about like Rachel's side of it when she was with him, and how they did help Rachel get out of the home and relationship with James and took her into their home and cared for her and all of that. And I remember one person was like, do you think that they cut a scene out from her wedding?
Mm-hmm.
Kristen hit him, and she's like,
Yep.
I don't know, I was busy getting married.
I was busy in a crop top taking
Yeah.
selfies.
That's a Regina response. But so yeah, she talked about that. She talked about like um again talked about how she felt about the end of VPR and everything. She was like, most of the girls are like excited to move on. She was like, I do still think that we do have a storyline. There is still a story to tell. And like,
Of course, Sheena's gonna
and she was
promote.
like, but I'm gonna do that on other platforms. I'm like, of course. Yeah. I also listened to Lala on Not Skinny But Not Fat.
Yeah, she was talking about Jessica,
Uh
right?
Jessica. Okay. So yes, thank you. I was like, who's Jessica? So in the beginning, yeah, she was like, you're talking about your pod, your orca pod. And she's like, and so you have your mom and your brother. And she was like, isn't there a girl? Like, doesn't your brother have a girlfriend or something? And she's like, no, my brother doesn't have a girlfriend. She was like, but wasn't there another girl? And Lala's like, another girl? I don't know. I'm like, Jessica, like, Jess.
She has already pushed her
Yeah.
out of her
So
brain.
then just like go along and into the next, and then a little while later, Amanda asked her. She was like, "Okay, well, I have to ask you about your assistant Jess. Like, all we have all of these questions. Like, what happened with that?" And Lala's like, "Jess was an employee of Lala Kent, and she decided that she wanted to go on and do other things, and who am I to hold her back from doing what she wants to grow? And so she was like, so she wasn't fired, and she said no, and so that was that.
The audacity of calling her an employee of Lala Kent, as if she is some Fortune 500
Yeah,
company, some name
I know.
brand
And we
shit.
know Amanda said, isn't there another girl in your pod? Because Lala has spoken about Jess being in her pod. Like, and then you're just like, I don't even know who you're talking about. I mean, it's really odd. I don't, obviously, that we all know, because I've listened to their podcast, and and we've all seen her relationship with Jess. I mean, she said she is family so many times. She said that, and the way that their separation happened, it's no, something happened. Like,
I mean she was all over their Instagram together, stories, going on trips, going out like all the time. She was literally to the point where Amanda was like, "Yeah, your brother like has
yeah,
somebody, right?" Because she was always there. Oh my goodness, the
I know. Yeah,
audacity.
yeah,
Ugh.
and
Just another reason for Lala to like not be on our
I
screens in
know.
2025.
And when they had originally filmed that episode, they had not gotten the news on what was going to happen with the next season yet. And so she was just like, I'm hopeful. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Last season did end on a really like odd ending. And then they did a little recap at the end, like a Zoom call, and addressed that they did get the call that it was not happening. And, um, the girls were emotional. It sounds like, I can't remember if Sheena said it or if Lala said it, but the boys were kind of the ones who were like losing it the most. Like, the most upset and, yeah, kind of not okay with it, as okay as the girls were saying. But I think that's a little like have to do with financials.
Literally read my mind 100%. Their bars tanking. Vanderpump was a huge cash cow for them. They've been there since the
Yeah, yeah. So
beginning.
they're speaking of, so
So,
I found it really interesting. So Lala, because so Amanda's like, are you like worried about that or anything? And Lala's like, financially, no. She was like, I have a really great financial manager, and we have never, and she said, she was like, my mom is really smart, and we have never factored in my Vanderpump money into my income. Yeah.
what?
And she was like, we always knew that that was never like, there was a possibility of losing that at any time, and so we didn't factor that into finances, which is like, as when she said it, I was like, wow, good for her. But then now as it coming out of my mouth, I'm like, really? But I mean, freaking
Exactly.
influencers make some insane money. And she's for a long time.
Absolutely.
Give them Lala Beauty. It did do well for a long time in the beginning. And she started that on her own.
Hmm.
So who knows what she had, for like to pay back for investors or whatever. Maybe she took her VPR money and put that into Give Them Lala Beauty. And she's just done it all on her own.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally. She could have. It is wild that she said that, and good for her because, yeah, if you can make some coin doing all of those things and providing for your family and not stressing about it, like, props to you,
Really?
Lala. I will give you the props there. But girl, don't act like you don't
I
know who
know.
Jessica is.
Crazy.
Okay. I know you don't watch Potomac, but I just need to bring this up real quick for the people of the world. Messy Mia on Potomac, she left her husband for her old high school boyfriend, flaunting him all over the place, met the kids, got engaged. Well, Girlie posted an Instagram on New Year's Eve with her current husband Gordon saying, New year, new beginnings. Cheers to living life to the fullest. And if I hadn't told you that, like, a grown woman had posted that caption, New year, new beginnings. Cheers to living life to the fullest. Like, you probably would have thought it was a teen. Hashtag mom and dad. Hashtag NYE 2025. Yeah, Mia has broken up with her side piece boyfriend Ink while she was still married to her husband Gordon.
Yeah. I did watch, I have been watching, I fell off, but I watched a bit of this season. I did see enough. I saw the episodes where like they like live in the same building together and Gordon would come over and have
mhm.
coffee and stuff. And so yeah, that's, oh no, messy.
I cannot wait until the reunion because they're gonna come for her for all this nonsense, for her acting like her and Ink were
Yeah.
endgame. Oh god, it's messy. Okay, speaking of messy,
Oh my
Jen
God.
Aydin.
Yeah. Okay. Like there's just so much to unpack.
So, Jen Aydin flying with her family to Aruba or something. Airport Jersey Mike's at 7 a.m. in the morning is yelling at these staff members for not letting her order an extra sandwich after she's already placed her order. They're making her sandwiches. Everyone's getting pissed off. She starts to record because they're like, ma'am, if you need to order another sandwich, go to the back of the line like everyone else is like ordering, like you're messing up the flow. She was apparently changing her order like as they were making stuff, just being like a fucking monster Karen person.
She was
She
like,
starts
I'm
recording.
famous. She said something about being famous, right?
Yeah, she asked the guy behind her, like, hey, are you cool if I order another sandwich real quick? He answered, like, yeah, like, this is a bunch of nonsense. She thought he was on her side. No, he goes, look, I'm a lawyer. If you film this and post this, I'm going to sue something about your
Oh,
fake diamonds. Then she starts yelling, jewelry's real. Her friend in the background is saying, you're even a celebrity. And Jen's like, yeah, I'm a celebrity. Oh, you're a lawyer? You're just a regular human being. My husband's a doctor. She is going on and on. Then Jen posted TikTok being like, oh my goodness, we're at the airport. We've been up all night partying. We're now flying. Let me tell you about these rude ass people at Jersey Mike's. She starts talking about an 80-year-old woman that was working there, saying how she was so slow, but also Jen's not complaining, so we can't get mad at her about this. And if this didn't solidify Jen as not returning next year because she's a monster of a human being, like, I don't know. Like, everyone online is like,
yeah,
what are you
that was not good.
doing?
Not good. Yeah, she will not be back.
So then a Jersey Mike's employee that was there posted on her TikTok. It is the best thing in the world. I reposted it on Wonderful Garbage Instagram. You guys go take a look. She said, look, it was 7 in the morning. This lady came
Yeah.
in and is yelling at us. She doesn't know what she wants. She changes her order. More people were coming up as Jen was ordering to like add more food on their order. And the lady was like,
Yeah. She's like, that
no.
works. Also, the girl who
And
recorded that TikTok was like 20 something. So where's Jen getting this 80-year-old lady situation from?
I don't know. There were multiple people in Jen's video that just looked like shocked and like, bitch, we're at the New York
Oh my
airport,
gosh. So
Jersey
you saw her
Mike's.
original video? She posted her original video of
Yeah.
her ordering?
It was either, yeah, she must have, but then they got picked up by other
Oh,
like other groups, like other accounts. So I
okay.
was watching those. But I do see Jen, like Jen posted a couple, then some other people posted
I
more,
only saw
but
the video of her
um
like walking and talking, recapping what happened.
no. Yeah, and she's like recording and then she like turns the camera around to show like everybody in line and everyone's just staring at her. Like she moves the camera quickly, but people are
Oh
staring at
my
her like, what is this bitch
gosh. I could
doing?
never imagine behaving like that. And on top of that, being famous and behaving like that, that's wild behavior.
It's despicable. Like,
Yeah.
grow up.
Yes.
Okay, let's end real quick with Southern Hospitality
Can't wait
season
for
3
it.
premieres tonight.
I can't wait for I'm already over like Johnny, what's his bottles?
Oh, Cheater Joe.
Oh,
That's what
Cheater
we're calling
Joe.
him this
Oh my
season,
god.
Cheater Joe.
I know. I can't wait. So today I did listen to Watch What Crappens. They reposted their last season. So they did the premiere and the finale. So I listened to those to like get myself ready and recapped, you know. But yeah, I'm excited. So cheater, so he already cheated?
I'm calling him Cheater Joe.
Oh,
Well,
right.
because of him, like he was with Danielle. Did that Watch What Happens Live appearance with Luann, and apparently he does have a thing for MILFs. Went right. Danielle was like, I tracked his location because he
Right.
was supposed to come back with me or like to me. Yes, remember? And then again, I have been couch rotting and surfing. My brain has so
Yes.
much freaking Bravo in it, it's gonna explode. But Danielle's like, where the fuck is he? Oh, he's over here. Turns out it's Luann's apartment, which it was just an after party. But in the freaking preview, he's like all mad at TJ for TJ outing and being like, yeah, bro, you cheated. Like, own up to it. And then Joe in the trailer, he's
Yeah.
like, well, like, so what if I did? Like,
Oh my,
TJ shouldn't have outed
so
me.
messy.
No. I'm already a little annoyed with like Joe and Maddie. I hope they're not insufferable, but I kind of
Yeah,
think they
I
might be
totally
this
agree. I'm
season. I
so
don't
over them
know.
already. I saw like a TikTok or something, and so their relationship got outed on Watch What Happens Live by the Joe Bradley from Below Deck. And then
By
they
the
did an
other
interview like, thanks the other Joe Bradley. And, Maddie was like, I just wanted to like keep our relationship private for as long as possible so that we can just like enjoy it before it got public because I've been in a relationship on this show before and just it's just like oh god, and they were showing all of their pictures together and everything, and I don't know, it'll be very interesting. I don't like see them lasting long at all. The previews for this season look messy AF. I cannot wait.
Well, they do that
Ah!
chapel wedding, which, like, who knows? Is it a real chapel wedding? Is it a fake
Right.
chapel wedding? Is it a prank?
Oh, they're
Watch if
not
they do a
getting married
fucking
for
prank about this
real.
wedding thing.
No way.
But I'm here for it. Okay, yeah.
So fun. This was so great. I'm literally on 3% on my batteries.
Guys, we have to go because Julia's phone
Oh,
is going to
top to
die.
the end. I
She's
love it.
booked and busy. Oh yes, follow us on like Instagram, all the socials. Follow, like, subscribe, do all the things.
Okay,
Thank you guys
bye.
so much for listening. Bye.